Garoppolo. And the Houston Texans versus Mitchell Trubisky and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Houston Texans. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. First down. They'll run here with Singletary. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And Hyde will not get there as they force him to the ground shy of the marker.
He was taken down.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward. An absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off for the loss.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that's incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass. Thrown away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pass intended for Corey Davis.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
To George Kittle.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
The 35-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 14 carries, 64 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success. And we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Dalvin Cook on the carry. He was brought down by Matt Milano.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
At the Jaguars' 7-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll run on first down with Singletary. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
taken down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result. That's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage. But you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
The tackle made by Miles Jack. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
At the throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Funches hands and complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Funches. That's a gain of 3.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Texans 10.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Devin Singletary, the ball carrier.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
And it's 3rd down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo now. It's caught by Funches. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devin Funches, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Trubisky's pass intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this one complete right side to Funches. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
38-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Rashad Penny on the return.
On first down, Garoppolo. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good for the Texans.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards on the ground. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Penny. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Elijah Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and...
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
At the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
There's Garoppolo to throw. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Matt Milano Came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
11-yard line.
On second down, Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, defense. Let's get on.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Texans.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10 to Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. 2nd and 10.
2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 10-yard line.
To throw is Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devin. 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
27-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Jaguars on third down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Check 50, check 50. Begin. Right there. Hey, ball.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Trubisky.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
The ball carrier. Bobby McCain on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
They run it again with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10. at their own 15-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332, finds his way home for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Cook, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Sanders' kick is good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Trubisky's pass.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you